What is up? Alright, still in the testing phase, but I'm going to try something out here. Let's see. Let's go to my page real quick. Sorry, guys. Take a minute here. Alright, still in the test. Alright, just had to check the stream, make sure it was going okay. Alright, let's go back to OBS. So yeah, I've been messing around with OBS for a while, trying to figure out how all this works. This has a steep learning curve to it. I've been wanting to do just some streams on just kind of random topics, as my little intro thing here says. Truth, travel, relationships, games, those are things to talk about, anything in between. But I do like to be as accurate as I can, truthful as I can. It's something I kind of strive for, even though I tend to give a lot of people a lot of crap a lot of times. Usually it's some good fun. I typically just do it to people who I know can take it and who I've had a kind of a longer, kind of relationship with. I just don't, go off and just, start giving any one single person a whole bunch of crap just right out of the gate. Oh, I got this other tab open I need to close. It's messing up my stream here. There we go. Let me go back to there, make sure everything's okay. So, of course, I titled this the OBS test and the SweePea the crybaby. And I'm just going to call the guy I'm about to start talking about here SweePea, because it's just a play on, the child of Popeye and Olive Oil from the cartoons. So let me transition on over to the stream. So I was on Nico's live stream. Oop, hold on, it's the wrong one. Yeah, this thing is still a work in progress here, sorry. Alright, transition that one. Why will you not transition? So this one, transition. Transition. Come on, dude. What are you doing to me here? Alright, so this is why we test things, because clearly it is not working. Transition. So that transition, why is the other thing not coming up? Ah, damn it. Let me see here. Why is that not coming up? Should be that one. Let me minimize it a little bit there. How about now? Nope. Do I need to get rid of this stupid thing? Yeah, of course. Transition, I made it smaller. I'm still not getting the background here. Why not? So it's that one. Transition again. Ah, shoot. What the hell's going on here? I didn't close that tab. Alright, maybe I'll start this thing over again in a minute. I messed up. Why, oh why are you messing up on me? I don't know what I did to cause it to happen. I may have to make a new tab for it. GT, what's up, my man? Long time no see. I'm trying to mess around with OBS here. I'm actually going to try to pick on Popeye a little bit, but my OBS is not working properly with me there. That's the crybaby right here. That's crybaby Popeye. Thunder, man, how you been, dude? Long time, long time. Let's see if I make it smaller. Let's try to transition that. Still not working. Why do you not want to show? Intro, what is the special? I want that. Which one? Maybe I need to get rid of this. Which one is this? Image. Actually, I need to figure out how to put the chat up on the on OBS also. I've got a lot of work to do. Lots and lots of work to do. Alright, I don't know. I'm gonna get this fucking play. Where's that's the game capture voice mod. That's just the intro. Let me just transition back to the intro real quick to figure this out. I'll probably start it as soon as I figure it out. I'll probably just start it over. Alright, let's see. Got the Joker's Wild. It looks like I'm on the right tab. Let's transition. No, it's not bringing. It's not showing. Oop. Transition. Yeah, why are you doing that to me? Why? What is the image? Let's delete that. Delete. No, he hasn't done nothing, Thunder. I was just, we were on Nico's experience tonight, and they had a kind of a cool idea to do this little 5-question thing, and then he got butthurt when I gave him some constructive criticism. So I started calling him the crybaby. You have or haven't? Okay, yeah, haven't. Yeah. No, I talk to him. I don't know, maybe once a month or something like that on Nico's show. That's about it. But Thunder here pretty soon. I'm gonna try to start doing a kind of a weekly, stream where I do certain subjects. Like one of the subjects I was actually thinking about doing was, the 13th planet thing. By why is his name suddenly escaping me? I can tell you the name of the book. Maybe you'll type it in for me. Maybe I'll have to get up with you when I go to do that. Talk about the guy who read all the. God damn it! Why can't I remember his name? Yeah, now I'm gonna have to search it up real quick. 13th planet. What is your name? Stitchin. Zachary Stitchin. There we go. And that's the beauty of being on my computer. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking about doing that being one of my topics. Just going to talk about a little bit of everything. Yeah, Planet X, the 13th planet also, but his book was called The 13th Planet. You and I have had plenty of discussions on that years ago. I have to send you an email later. Give me let me know how my voice sounds. If it's coming through clear or not, if you don't mind. And let me go back to OBS. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to make a chat thing also pop up. So I'm going to let's just delete this one. Let's delete a new one. Let's add here. We want to do. I don't want to do all the display capture. What's it called? Window capture. There it is. Let's do. Let's call it. Call it Crybaby, I guess. Okay. Which window do we want? We want personal. Is this it? Joker's Wild. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, yeah, that's it. We are going to click OK. Then we are going to add another one. We are going to do. We want the media source. Add existing intro. Okay. Minimize that down. Actually, let me make this one big. All right, let me transition, see if we see it now. All right, there we go. That should be visible now. Let's go back over to my YouTube real fast. Yeah, you know, him and I forget the other guy that was with him recently on Joe Rogan. When I say recently, it's been a few many months, but it was it's pretty good. I do like how he works with people. You know, other people give him evidence, but yeah, he kind of ignores a few things. I do agree with that, but I think he's on the right track overall. But yeah, I do agree with you there. Volume's a little low. I could probably turn that up. I'm also speaking low because it's like almost it's 1:42 in the morning, so I'm not trying to talk too loud and wake up the fam. All right. All right, let me go back to OBS. I need to add in the SweePea thing. So we want to go image. Nope. And okay, let's add. That's okay. Let's put it over Popeye like that. And I'm going to transition again. Boom. All right, there we go. I think I got it. Alright, wait for it to. Of course, YouTube lags probably a good 15 seconds or so. There it is. Alright, I'm gonna have to start the stream over since I've been going for how long have I been going? Does it show me the time? Boom, 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 boom. You know what? I don't see the time at all. Huh. I'm sure it's on here somewhere, just don't know how to look at it. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play the thing real fast, make sure it comes through.
Yeah, since you were having tech difficulties and I wasn't coming on earlier, I do want to say, Popeye, I think you.
I got it at a higher speed here. Let me go back to the YouTube. Yeah, I think it was Carlson. I think you're correct on that. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play the thing real fast, make sure it comes through.
Yeah, since you were having tech difficulties and I wasn't coming.
All right, cool. Comes through. I don't know what you're doing. I'll invite you up on the stream here in a minute if you want to join. I'll leave that up to you. Let me know. Let me go back to StreamYard. I actually took it off a few minutes ago. Enter the studio. Also, Thunder, I saw your boy Andy's over there in the Philippines, man. He's over there and you ain't been doing nothing. Well, I joke with you. I know you're not doing nothing, but Oh, you banned yourself. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. But we haven't talked in so long. We. You know what? Here, I'm gonna put the. We can talk off of StreamYard. I'll stop the um. I'll stop the stream. We can talk behind the scenes if you're okay with doing that. Just to chit chat with you, catch up with you for a few minutes, if you want to. I'll put it in the chat here, or if anybody else happens. I don't even know if anybody watching. Oh yeah, 3 people are. Well, and I'm one of them. You're one of them. Put some. Got another sneaky person in there. There you go. I'll leave that to you. If I see you hop in the back, I'll kill the stream, and you and I will chit chat. And then I'll do my little stream test, picking on the crybaby SweePea. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get on live, I'll leave that up to you. If you were on a band or not, I didn't want to make you break it. Don't want you to break it. Maybe there'll be some trolls. Alright, just still messing with OBS. We'll see if Thunder jumps on here in a minute. Oop, I just heard a ding ding in the background. Alright. What's going on, man?
Hello, we.
How's life been? I haven't, I know we're occasionally emailing each other for a little bit, but we haven't probably done that in about a year, I guess.
Yeah, well, fuck. You can go live if you want, man. Maybe we'll fucking.
Well, actually, I don't know if I can hear you or not since I don't have you added to OBS. Let me take a listen to the,
Yeah, fuck. About a year ago, mate.
we're occasionally
I
emailing
fucking
each
lost
other
the
for a
dog
little bit, but we
to
haven't probably
cancer.
done that in about a year, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah. Fuck. You can go live if you want, man. Maybe we'll fucking.
Well, actually, I don't. Okay, we can. I can't hear you on the main stream, so I don't have to show the StreamYard page.
I don't know. Did you want to jump on the live?
Like what live? I'm live. What do you mean live?
Uh, we're in the we're in the back. I thought you were going. Oh, hang on.
Oh, so I'm live. I'm using OBS. It's called I don't know, operating broadcast system or whatever the hell. I forget what OBS stands for. So I'm actually using OBS as the as the StreamYard, if you will.
Okay, because I've still got the other screen up. We've got something else playing on there.
Yeah, I've got something else in the background. Like I can take that off. Here, watch. I can just go to my intro here, transition that over just to my intro. Take a second on the YouTube, but
I don't mind if you want to go live. Otherwise, we can just sit here. It doesn't bother me.
No, we can just chatter. I don't like I said. I don't have to go actual live on here on StreamYards. I'm actually live through the OBS thing.
I was just talking
So
shit
kind
about the
of like my
fucking
intro here.
self-imposed
Try to
ban
switch
anyway.
over just to my intro. Take a second on the YouTube, but
Hang on, I can't hear you. You gone? I don't mind if you want to go live. Otherwise, we can just sit here. It doesn't bother me.
yeah, I was just double checking, make sure I can hear you on the stream
Yeah.
itself. So yeah, we're all good.
Now, I was saying I fucking lost a dog about a year ago.
That sucks.
Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Fucking that was real hard.
I can imagine. We actually got a dog.
What'd you get?
We got one of those little Maltese, poodle and a Maltese mixed. He's like just pure white, man.
Oh goodness.
Kind of a small, medium-ish sized dog.
I mean, I like dogs in general, but I like my bull breeds, mate.
Yeah, I've always liked dogs. It's just, I had traveled so much, it just wasn't, reasonable for me to actually, have a dog.
Yeah, well, what happens with that? Because you and the missus and the kid still go away, don't you?
Yeah, so we were gone, a month and a half, and luckily we had some friends that watched the dog for us the whole time while we were gone. So that
Yeah, so
helped. And of course, we went and saw the family during the summer, and we just took them with us.
yeah, I've fucking just been getting out more, mate. Fucking getting on the dating scene, and then a mate of mine just before Christmas, he got out of jail after a long haul.
Uh-oh. Here, I'm gonna make since I'm still learning this OBS, I'm gonna make a different thing. Let's do
So I'm trying to work this out.
capture.
This OBS test thing that says you're live. Do they hear us on that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If whoever else to add, well, I'm using StreamYard to actually communicate with you, but I'm using OBS as the program that's allowing us to go live.
Is that why it doesn't show us on the live?
Yeah, like here, I'm about to show us here in just a second. Hang on, yep, that's the one we want. So here, ooh, I got.
Well, kind of. I think we're going to have a decent discussion because me and you, I think, have got totally different ideas on Graham Hancock.
Apparently so. Well, it's been a while, obviously, since you and I have. Here, I put the StreamYard thing up there. You should be able to see it now.
Not yet.
Okay.
I always thought, even when I was younger, like teenage years, I always wondered whether civilization had popped up and gone and popped up and gone a few times, it's possible. Don't get me wrong, it's possible, and I still think maybe, but there's no evidence for it. And when they were talking about Göbekli, was it, the Tepe
Göbekli
fucking
Tepe,
place?
yeah.
Yeah, Tepe in Turkey, and they had that guy from what's his name? He was on there with the show with them, the skeptic guy. And he mentioned, like at Tepe they found no tools or trash and the first thing that comes out of Hancock's mouth is, "Oh, screw trash, screw fucking," and to me that's saying, well, fuck evidence. Evidence doesn't matter. And fucking evidence does matter.
Yeah, of course. I don't necessarily remember that particular thing. Obviously, the
Oh,
Göbekli Tepe is definitely kind of a weird thing, a little bit overall.
yeah. Well, watch if you ever. I know most of Joe Rogan's videos have been taken off of YouTube, but there is still a few, and it's number 960.
Oh yeah, that's one of the older ones there that he had.
Yeah, and that was with Randall Carlson, Graham Hancock, the guy from the Skeptics. I can't his name will lose me at the moment. So they were pretty unfair to the skeptic guy. So I thought
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, I know it. He has that Skeptic magazine or whatever. I forget the guy's name.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
that guy. He's sort of reasonable, but sometimes he's kind of out there too with some stuff.
Well, I would, I kind of agree with you. I mean, sometimes he's too skeptical. Uh, he maybe a little bit, you know, a little bit too much of a skeptic at times. But at least when I seen that particular podcast, he was always at least respectful and polite, and seemed that Hancock was the one losing his shit on that show. Randall Carlson is another one again. Um, he's a bit like a seesaw. His opinions change.
He's the
Like,
one. He's the one who does the the youngest dryad. He's kind of one of the leading guys on that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm not sure, and I might be wrong here, but I don't think he's got any qualifications. I think it's a hobby, but I'm not sure he's
No,
qualified.
he's like a geologist or something like that. I forget
I,
exactly what he is, but
I don't, well, I didn't think he was.
here, let me here, I'll search it real fast.
Yeah, I didn't think he was a geologist, but
I
I
can't.
know geology is a hobby, and he's very, very knowledgeable.
Let's look that up. Randall Carlson. Because I know he's definitely said his credentials when he was on Joe Rogan.
Like when I seen him talk about Atlantis on Joe Rogan, he wasn't so sure it was a real place. He said it might be a social commentary by Socrates and that at the time, but now he's on doing his own podcast and he's on other people's podcasts, talking as if it is a real place. And I think he's doing it because he's getting a lot of people watching those podcasts and he's making a bit of money out of it. So
Yeah, they don't. I mean, even even Hancock was saying it when they were doing um, when they're talking about Atlantis. That the only thing they really have to go on is what was it, Socrates or whoever
and
it
it was
was. I
there's
can't
a
remember.
story from Solon. Solon is the
Yeah,
guy that supposedly got the story, and
yeah, and they went to Egypt and they got the story
yes,
basically from there. So it was kind of a handed down story. But listen, I mean, it could have been a real place, but obviously
right.
it's not.
Well, I agree. It could have been, but there's no evidence at the moment for it. It's like Troy. Troy was always thought to be a mythical place, but I believe they found the city of Troy.
Yeah, they found something. Well, at least they kind of believe that could potentially be Troy. I remember seeing that documentary a long time ago. I
Yeah,
can't I can't find nothing official. Um, Randall Carlson.
I don't think he's a geologist. I think that's his hobby.
No, he may not be a geologist. Let's see, professional career. Dude, that dude's 70 years old already. Um, so he's got a bachelor's degree. This is correct in geomythology.
That's not a geologist,
No.
and I didn't think he was. I think his background was in building and architectural. No, maybe not architecture, but building, something like that. But he's definitely not a scientist as such. But he's definitely interesting. I mean, he's knowledgeable. I mean, Hancock is very knowledgeable too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, these guys. I mean, just because they don't have degrees, these guys are very. I mean, they do their homework. You know what I mean? It's not like they.
Well, that's the problem. They pick and choose their facts, and there's no. The biggest problem with Hancock is he never comes up with any evidence. You got to remember, he wrote that is that Fingerprints of the Gods,
Yes.
in which he predicted the end of the world because the Mayan calendars predicted it or something.
Oh man, the whole Mayan calendar thing was like I even looked in that before it happened. It was just like the end of their cycle. It wasn't like the end of the world. I think
No, but he
What's
predicted that. He predicted the end of the world because in that argument with the geologists on the Rogan show, he said, "Well, people can be wrong, and I can change my mind." It's like, Well, yeah, that's a big thing to be wrong on.
Yeah, but if you're using data and trying to back it up, you can't be just spouting out whatever you want.
Well, no, and that's what he pretty well did. Because I mean, the only thing he had to go by was the Mayan calendar.
Yeah, but I do,
Uh,
I definitely like that whole younger Dryas hypothesis though.
uh, and what part of it you mean?
Roughly they're saying 11,000 years ago was that something catastrophic kind of happened. They believe
Yeah, that's right. The melting of the glaciers.
melting of the glaciers, and which they believe could have taken out definitely. If there was, I'm not going to say like advanced like us, like we are in this day and age, but they could have taken out some civilization
Well,
that were on the
that's
rise.
that's possible. I mean, we know. I mean, unfortunately, Hancock says there's no marine archaeology going on, or not much, but there is, and there has been cities found under the oceans, and especially I think where is it? Is it the Black Sea? Um,
Yeah, well, they got the places off Japan. I know those things are only, like maybe 100, 2 years old, where I guess there was an earthquake or whatever, and it kind of slid off. And you can go diving that. I went diving in a place in Haiti where a little town that was on the coast got submerged, and you can go dive there. I've been diving to it. So I mean, it's not unreasonable to think,
no,
thousands of years ago that there's some more places that have, something. Actually, there like an old temple there in Greece somewhere. I can't remember. It's supposed to be Aphrodite or whatever. What one of the temples is underwater there off the coast of
yeah,
Greece somewhere also.
yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about. I mean, the Younger Dryas thing that they talk about was and I remember them on that show. They were talking about a comet impact, but it's they I think there's a lot more evidence now to say there was an impact, but it's proving that it wasn't so much a comet as more asteroid meteorite type.
Yeah, they also have that last one I listened to. They had a few many months ago. They also have this hypothesis. Well, I guess it's more an hypothesis, but well, the meteor crash thing is not hypothesis. They know that they can burst. They can explode over the land so high, right? And then just fragments just come
Yeah.
showering down. It can cover many square miles and just decimate everything underneath it. So they believe it was kind of like one of those comets that came in and
Well,
potentially wiped out some sort of civilization.
yeah, comet again, maybe not so much because that's mostly ice, but definitely asteroid or meteor. I mean, we already know. Oh, well, I believe we know that it was an asteroid of some sort that wiped out the dinosaurs. I mean, there's pretty well evidence in the Earth and geology now have picked up about that. So, I mean, it's always possible. I'm just not so sure about when they talk about advanced technology. I mean, I watched some idiot, I can't remember his name, Uncharted X or something like that, or a different one, saying that they had high speed drills and so they made all these vases and pots and it's like,
Yeah, you watch some of those like the ancient alien shows or whatever, or just some of them like, how did they do this? It's like they think the people back then were just dumb. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like they didn't have any concept of math or whatever. And like, I was actually, this will be a good topic to bring up to you also, is I was arguing with somebody. They were kind of bringing up like, oh, how could they do this? Way back then they didn't have the tools, the metals, and I was like, right now on this earth, who do you think is actually the smart people that's actually building all the stuff? Do you think it's like a good portion of the people, or is it only a small portion of the people that are actually intelligent enough to design that and make all this stuff? You know what I
Or
mean?
have this, or have the skills.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like,
And
go ahead.
we know they're not stupid. I mean, look at the maths that would have gone into just building the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah, yeah, and of course it's believed they only had what bronze to work with. Obviously, it's a softer metal, but I mean they could have had other stuff. Just because we haven't found it doesn't mean it don't necessarily exist.
Well, you think about this, bud. if you're a tradesman, right?
Hmm.
Your drill bits, where are they going to? If you left them out in the middle of outside somewhere, you think they're going to be around in 2,000 years?
Oh hell no, they're going to be completely rusted into nothingness.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
oxidized down to nothing. Actually, that's one of I can't remember which one of those shows I watched, but they say if like the people of Earth got wiped out, they're saying within 100 years most of the building was collapse because most of the metal that's keeping them erect would just basically rust down to nothing. All the buildings would start collapsing.
I've seen that same show, and I reckon in a few hundred years it'd be nothing.
Yeah, it would all just be it would be like all the big giant skyscrapers and stuff
Hmm.
would just come crumbling down. It'd just be obviously all the concrete stuff they use would be on the ground, but majority of the metal would be completely just gone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about completely gone. I mean, metal, yeah,
Yeah, I
that
mean
yeah.
obviously some of it
but
would survive,
but
but you'd lose
we
so
still
much
got
of it.
we've still got lots of Roman shit that's left from a couple of thousand years ago. I mean, the pyramids have lasted.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you get stuff in drier climates,
Yeah,
and obviously certain metals don't oxidize, like iron or steel, all that kind of stuff. I mean, look at the Titanic. What they're saying, the Titanic will be completely, just a rust, a pile of rust on the bottom of the ocean, and just, I forget how many decades.
yeah,
It's gonna be completely gone. You know what I mean? And that thing's
yep.
already been underwater for 60 some odd years.
So I mean, all these theories are great and they're interesting, and I don't mind, you know, pondering them. But uh, the thing I have a real problem with at the moment is at least have some evidence.
Yeah, I agree. Or clarify this is your hypothesis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was a big one on is it the geologist Robert Schoch? You know, obviously
Oh
Robert Schoch.
yeah, yeah. He died recently too.
You serious?
Yeah, I think a couple years ago. Maybe. Let me make sure I'm right on that.
I didn't
Uh,
think he died because I've seen him
oh,
recently on a.
oh, really? Hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I thought I heard he I thought I heard he had died, and I could be wrong
Oh,
on
you're
this.
killing him off.
Robert Schock.
Robert Schoch. Yeah, I don't think he's dead.
I know it isn't Schock. Oh, here it is. Well, let's see. Education, geology, blah blah blah. Are you alive, buddy? Are you alive? um,
It would say if he'd have his
yeah,
birth date and
yeah.
his
I don't see his birthday thing here. Usually when they have the thing there, it'll say like when he was born and his age, and Wikipedia does not have it for him, which is really weird. Let me read the. Let me scroll through here real quick. Works and review.
um,
Now you would think they would have. I'd be able to see it pretty immediately if he.
no, he's still alive, 65 years old.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm thinking.
Um,
I might be thinking of somebody else. One of the scientist guys that have recently died. I might have mixed him up with
well,
somebody else.
well. See, I thought his theory was pretty good, and I mean, you've seen the pictures, and he displayed how all that limestone got weathered away, and it sounded good. But now there's about 5 or 6 other professors that have got just as good qualifications as him, if not better, that have different theories on how that happened. So he might not be right. And
Yeah, but I think most of them are still saying like water erosion. They just have different hypotheses on how the water
the
erosion
water got
actually. Yeah,
yes, yeah, exactly. So so my shock was that there had to be that much water coming down hitting the at the time. That's why he believes it's older. But others are saying no. There's other ways it could be water eroded without being in that time period. And so I mean,
yeah. Like you, I find all that stuff pretty fascinating. So
yeah. But I've learned the hard way. Just don't take one person's word on it.
no, no, you definitely can, especially this day and age after we saw what the so-called experts did with this stupid the beer bug.
The beer bug.
Yeah, Corona. The be- the beer known
uh,
as Corona.
oh Jesus. Fuck. The beer bug. I like that one.
Yeah, because everybody was calling that because they would like strike your channels or try to ban you or cancel you if you were actually saying COVID.
That's what gets me is, like, I don't. I'm not a conspiracy theorist where I think it's a bullshit thing. I think it's out there, but I think fuck, we have been lied to about some of this shit, and the pharmaceutical companies are making a fortune off of this.
Oh yeah, they I think it's pretty clear that they control the world, huh?
Did you see the latest one with the that Pfizer worker and Project Veritas?
Yes, I did.
Hmm. That's
I
scary
did.
shit.
Dude, like all the stuff that's been coming out with that, it's just, oh geez, man, just pretty much letting you know we're, you know, well, majority of the people, we're just nothing but sheep to them, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Oop, I want to take that avatar off that I have there.
I'm hope. Does she know you put that picture up?
Yeah, she's seen it, but I did it to, I was talking to somebody. They were, you know, saying I couldn't get like a little hottie or whatever, so I had to, you know, prove
Yeah.
them wrong.
Sucks to be them. Yeah. So fucking, what have you been doing with yourself?
Well, a few weeks ago I just got back from Colombia, so we were down there. But work, man, I had a real busy last year. So I had a really good year, as far as money wise and everything, business and everything. So that's probably ate up most of my time. Had to deal with some stuff with my dad. He's got Alzheimer's and stuff, and it's gotten really,
Nice.
really bad as hell. He probably don't have too much longer here on the earth, unfortunately.
No, my father had it too, and when it hits, when it starts to, I mean, really hit, it it hits them really fast. It's like cumulative. It just it's pretty sad.
Yeah, he has one called like vascular. Hold on, what's cerebral vascular dementia. So he's not getting the proper blood flow to the head. So it's so when he actually lived with me a little bit during COVID for about 6 months or so, and like just it wasn't that often, only a handful of times it happened, but it was like he can't remember nothing, like who he is, his name, nothing. And then like a few hours later, like well, normal as he can be, then he can tell you almost anything.
Yeah, sad enough. It's a horrible thing to see.
Yeah, yeah, and he's especially right now. We went and visited him a little bit before the holidays there, and he's just a shell. Unfortunately, it's sad, but it's just unfortunately it is. But we got him in proper care. He's in one of the facilities that are that deal with that. So
You still in Texas?
I am, I am.
Fucking seems lots of people moving to Texas, mate.
A whole ton. Well, a lot of them were moving here because the tech boom Austin had over the past few years. Um, a lot of people are moving here for a lot of that. Of course, a lot of big companies came here too. Elon. Actually, that Tesla plant opened up roughly about a year ago here.
Yeah, well, a lot of people and companies are leaving California because of tax, and taxes seem to be going out of control in California.
Yeah, California's out of control, and a lot of them moving here within Austin.
I think that's from memory where Joe Rogan moved to, didn't he?
Yep, he lives here now too. They got him and a bunch of other comedians kind of moved within the area, and they've kind of got apparently a pretty. I haven't been down there yet to the comedy store, but apparently they have kind of made it kind of like what it used to be there in LA. I can't remember the name of that particular comedy place that was real big back then, but
The,
apparently they're turning it, starting to turn it into there, getting a lot of A lot of big people to come through here now.
I'm just trying to think. I'm not sure if it's a comedy club or. Um, I'm trying to think whether that was the place that he faced off with that other comedian who was stealing people's jokes.
Oh yeah, I know what guy you're talking about. I can't think of his name. I don't know if that I don't know where that guy lives. If he lives here or not, I have no idea.
Probably not. I'm guessing he'll stay away from as far as he can from Joe Rogan.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I remember him. There were That's a big
Is it
thing when he.
Mendez? Mendez
I
or
think Mendez. It sort of sounds familiar. I know it's definitely kind of a Mexican Latin looking guy anyway. Might be him. Damn, I forget. It might be Mendez. I forget. Yeah, that came out, and that was kind of a big deal within the old comic realm of things. I remember them talking about that.
yeah, it was a while ago. When it's a bummer, because I'm not on Spotify, so I don't get to see a lot of the Joe Rogan stuff now.
That's right. You don't have y'all not have Spotify there in Australia?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
y'all do. Okay. I
I'm
know
just
some
not on it.
places don't have it. Like when I go to Colombia, I can't use Spotify. They don't have it there.
No, I'm just not on it. I'm not gonna make an account there. Can't be bothered.
Actually, I've started moving away from a lot of the mainstream platforms, YouTube and whatnot. Like started using Rumble more. I mean, I only use Spotify really to listen to Joe Rogan, to be honest. Occasionally music, but um, Rumble. What else? Like the social media platforms. I use kind of like locals now too. So
Well, some people, I've heard people using Rumble, but I just don't think they have the users at the moment.
no, they don't. But I'm sure you've probably heard about that Andrew Tate guy recently, right?
Oh yeah.
He brought a shit ton of people over to Rumble when he moved over there when he got canceled from everywhere.
Well, I've seen what's happening to him at the moment, and kind of, I mean, I don't agree with everything he says, and but some things I do. But what they've done to him, mate, they've railroaded that guy.
Yeah, I mean they went after him in a hardcore way. Uh, I got Haganti in the background. Let's bring Haganti in
Oh, you're joking, Nathan.
here. What's happening?
Not much, mate.
Bloody
Just
hell, Nathan.
riding out the wet season.
Uh,
How you doing, bud?
Yeah, good man.
Oh, look at he's got his fucking work jacket on.
well, yeah. Look
Mate,
like
Either
mate, they're
that or
not.
I'll be naked.
I was going to say they aren't about to fucking run you over in your house.
glad you got it on then.
It's either that or nothing.
Yeah, well, keep that on.
Please.
Yeah. I'll put it on so I wouldn't scare you.
Jesus Christ. No, well, fucking, I'm just keeping myself out of trouble. Fucking get out a bit more these days. I said, hit me pretty hard when I lost the dog, mate. That fucking.
Yeah, imagine. So, how did the overall the beer bug affect you?
Where I'm living now, a couple of people had it, so I mean, I think I end up getting it, but I
I mean,
think
were y'all shut down real hard like some other places in Australia?
no, no, not here, not South Australia, East Coast. I think Nathan will probably tell you. I think it was really bad in Victoria and New South
Yep.
Wales. More so, they had like mini Hitlers for premiers.
Yeah, that's
They
what
just
I also saw some videos online of them like chasing down the Aborigine people and stuff.
mate, I mean, I don't know if you watch that Avi Yemeni guy, Nathan. Um, Lots of all those people that were being arrested by police in Victoria, and they're suing now. A lot of them are getting six-figure payouts.
Yeah, well, good.
Yeah, okay. Right. They couldn't stop them blackfellas from getting into town, in Catherine there. They were going up the river and everything, just going cross country.
Yeah. It did get a little bit stupid on the East Coast, loss, but South Australia wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
Yep.
here in Texas wasn't too bad overall. Of course, you got places like New York and like L.A. and some other places around the country that were just
That was just that was Democrat states, though, wasn't it?
yeah, pretty much. If it was a red state, they're a little more open with everything, and obviously if it was a blue state, they were more shut down. It was pretty wild.
Yeah,
It's pretty
pretty
crazy
stupid.
the division that happens in
Yeah,
America right now. So and then the amount of people that lined up for the jab also for the vaccine was pretty telling how we've just kind of become sheep. 67% of Americans took it.
Yeah,
I
I got
still
it.
I didn't get it. I thought, fuck that, I don't need it. Natural immunity works.
Yeah, I did end up getting COVID. The only reason, well, my wife caught it, um, and she lost, she didn't get real sick at all. She, just a little sick, but I ended up catching it.
Yeah,
Nothing happened to me. Nothing. Like, so I would have been one of the asymptomatic people. And I did go get tested and had it. I ended up getting the jab last year before, well, a year and a few many months ago. Because Columbia, we were going to Columbia, and they were kind of being weird about it. So I just was like, you know what, let me just get it just so I can get the hell out of here for a little while.
yeah.
I regret doing it because when I went there, I only had one place ask me for my stupid, vaccine thing. Is when we went to the movies.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I think I got it. I can't say 100% sure, but it didn't affect me enough to fucking, you know. I've probably had worse colds, to be honest with you, bud.
Yeah,
Well, influenza type A put me in hospital a couple of years ago. That's why I got it, because
Fucking
it
drink more beer.
influenza just about stopped me from breathing, man. I was on oxygen.
well,
Yeah,
I did have one of my buddies who he caught it real early on, and they had to put him on a breathing machine. Man, he almost died.
yeah. Well, the thing is, it's mutated so much, and I think strain somewhat lessens a little bit, maybe. And so, if you come in contact with it, your body's more able to build up an immunity and handle it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
definitely overreaction.
won't be getting any more shots. I had 3 so far.
No.
I think they're up to 4 now, Nathan.
Shit.
5.
I think
5.
some
Jeez.
guys are, well, some people they're up to they just believe wholeheartedly, and they're going every few months to get the whatever the booster is. You got a lot of
Oh, do you guys know who Anthony Fauci is, right?
yes.
Did you hear about, since COVID has begun, which is not all that long ago? Have you seen how much money he's made in that period?
I seen some estimates about how much he made because
Yeah,
I guess they get some kind of royalty kickback stuff or whatever.
10 million is what the figure I heard.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, basically the whole world bowed down to the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, yep, definitely. And it, what gets me is people that were trying to give out facts about it or tell you where the thing came from were all getting banned or shut down. And now it's pretty well common knowledge and the facts from emails and that it pretty well did start in a lab.
Yeah, it potentially could. Like even if it like is a real thing, just for the discussion's sake. Even if it was real, it's not like they can't take advantage of a real situation. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's
Did you
like
see that Project Veritas thing just
yeah,
Yes,
recently?
yeah. We were
yes,
talking about
sure
that a
did.
while ago.
That's scary shit, Nathan.
Yeah.
Because what they're talking about is stuff that's banned. I mean, I've lost, you probably know, but I'm pretty sure it was Obama that banned all that shit.
Yeah, it might have been. You know, the that whole uh, gain of function research stuff is it's kind of weird. You know, it's like you know, I'm kind of at a weird kind of crossroad with it. It's like man, that can be a good thing, but at the same time, like, should we really be doing anything like that? You know?
I don't see it being a good thing because the problem with this is what how I see it is that we got the problem in the first place because they were doing experiments like that. It's very rare, you know, for viruses to cross over from animals to people. It's rare as fuck. And here they are, you know, trying to make it happen.
You can't even imagine the shit that they've done
No,
over the years.
no. And I
Like,
mean, and that's a good point. I mean, that's what we know of. What don't we
yeah.
know? I think sometimes that fucking Americans came out of a laboratory. Oh, come on, Lost must have gone AFK.
Nah, I'm here. It's just typing here on the computer.
Jesus. I'm having a dig at you and you miss it.
Nah, I heard you. I was preoccupied with messing around with this little system here.
What are you
OBS.
what are you trying to
Yeah,
do?
OBS. So man, OBS. So you know, StreamYards is pretty easy, right? You click it, like you can see like on the screen right now. You can pretty much see everything you do. Someone comes in, you click. You know, you can see I think you can see my, well, it'll be a few seconds lagging, but, you know, you just go down here, I can remove Haganti or, you know, remove you, add people in, you know, it's pretty easy to, either show the screen or not show the screen, you know, that kind of stuff. OBS is way different.
Yeah.
It is
I
way,
just downloaded it the other day. OBS.
it is a large learning curve, like 100%. But you can do so much. Like right now, here, let me. I can
But
add. Like I made this little let me get source. This little intro to the thing. Here, so I can go to intro.
fuck, this tech is moving too fast. I mean, I think Big Kev could use it, didn't he? Didn't
Yeah,
he used to
actually,
use
yeah,
it?
he was using it when he was doing his.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
doing shows. I want to say I went to his show. It wasn't that long ago. Where's my intro thing at? Did I miss it? Let me try
I
again.
made up there at the lake. What's his name? Fucking lost a leg. A couple of legs now.
Oh, Andy. Yeah, Andy made it to the. What do you think about your buddy Andy over there in the Philippines? Thunder.
Oh, yeah, Andy. Yeah, Andy
No,
got married.
no, he can stay over there.
Oh, he got married. Did that happen?
Andy got married, yeah.
Oh, damn.
He,
Well,
he, he went there just recently and got married to Cebu Island.
yeah, I know he was
And
there. Like I
his
can.
other mate, the other guy, I think what's his name? He lives out in the country here, up the Riverland
That's who I'm
Lake.
talking about.
No, oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about Andy.
Yeah, I was originally talking about old mate up the Riverland.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
his name?
I can't remember now. He lost 2 legs, eh?
One or two, I'm not sure.
I remember he lost one, yeah.
What's his name? Fucking
I'm trying to Magic, something Manic Magic.
Magic. Magic. Manic Magic.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He lost his legs.
Yeah.
He's diabetic
Yeah.
also.
I think
Yeah.
one leg that I know of. I don't know if he's lost more.
Mm,
But he was
No, no,
running OBS. That's how he
yeah,
used to do all the shit he did.
yeah, okay.
and I know Andy lost one from the knee down or something.
Yep.
Yeah, right below his knee. Yeah, here you can see I'm moving.
Heidi, how you doing, Heidi?
Heidi's here. Heidi, come up if you want to click on that link there. Oh, I don't know.
Don't do it, Heidi. Don't do it. It's a trap.
I don't know if she's busy or not. It's on you, Heidi. It's on you.
It's a trap.
Here, there we go. I can change over, change the different things
What
there.
happened? What happened with you? To never see you playing World of Warships.
Nah, man. I kind of had my fill of World of Warships. Like playing with you guys was fun. You know what I mean? When we would get together. But man, I jumped on a few times. It's like just me jumping in groups, and I was like, this ain't for me.
There's a bit of a steep learning curve to get up to scratch.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely enjoyed playing with you guys when we had the little groups and stuff going on. But
Yeah, don't tell anyone, Heidi. I'm here in secret.
yeah, Thunder said he was on a ban. He was on a stream ban, but I got him up here.
Self self-imposed. I don't know. I mean, I miss chatting to a lot of the people, but I don't miss the trolls and
Nah, I don't miss any. Like I got on Nico's show tonight, and Aloe was up there, and then he wanted to start bringing up stuff I didn't really care about, and I'm like, boy. But of course, me. I'm not gonna back down either. So
no, and Alo's a smart dude,
for sure,
and
for sure.
and and he can talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles.
He went on to that Raylan Jungas show and just took over the joint for about an hour.
What is that?
Alo de Winter.
Oh, you went on
Yeah.
someone else's show and took over.
Yeah, went on this Pin Eyes channel.
Oh,
Who,
oh wow, that seems.
who interviewed the frog.
Yeah, I have no idea who. I mean, I know who the frog is, but that girl
What
you're
are you
talking about,
doing, Heidi?
I have no idea who that
Working?
is.
Going out to work, or that's the other guy, David. I never see David around either.
Heidi had a stream like a couple weeks ago now. I had just got back from Columbia, I think, and I jumped on there with him and talked to all of them. I actually talked to him one time when I was in Columbia. I was at the gym and I saw she was on, and I actually jumped on while I was working out.
So I jumped in a stream. This has gone back, well, more than 12 months ago, maybe 12 months ago. And you were in there, and I said hello to you, and you totally ignored me, you prick.
When was this?
Oh, about a year ago.
Well, I don't ever pay that much attention to the chat. Like, if you wouldn't have said Heidi was here, I wouldn't even have noticed. Because typically when I'm doing these streams, I'm at work. So if I can't talk, I'm not going to even bother. You know what I mean? Let's transition back to StreamYard. What happened to my screen here? Oh, this thing's weird sometimes. Yeah, I gotta.
David is still alive. Well, that's good.
Yeah, see, I'm clicking the transition and nothing's happening. Why is that? I don't be knowing. Let's delete that.
I do miss some of the chats we had. Like I said, there's few people that just you miss talking to. A lot of them you just blah. You with you.
Remember
But
Charlie?
Charlie, oh that dickhead, yeah.
I managed
Yeah,
to. I can't remember where I talked to him at now, but I ended up. And it's been good 6+ months ago, but I ended up talking to him, giving him crap.
Mate, that is one guy that, in all honesty and sincerely, if we ever meet, I hope the cunt can run fast.
Oh, oh boy.
Charlie. We
Yeah.
were just talking about you the other day, me and Charlie.
That wouldn't have been pretty.
Hagante, you still going
Nah,
over to Global F? Or I guess not Global FM, whatever it's called now, like Rounds or some bullshit like that.
sounds, yeah. Yeah, I go there all the time.
Man,
The other ones.
because he lets it go for I don't know 24 hours. So I don't ever kind of see the pop up, so I miss it a lot of times. But I did jump on man, maybe like a week or so ago, and I was going to jump in and talk, but they had some drunk American dude on there, early in the morning, and I'm like, holy shit, and he was being belligerent. I'm like, I'll pass right now.
You know who I do miss? I miss Joey.
Joey, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, at least two of
You-
y'all do.
So I never had issues with Joey, and it's a shame that he allowed the thing with me and Popeye to get in between us, which it was a bit sad. And I haven't spoken to Popeye in probably over a year anyway.
Yeah, I talked to him tonight. I was actually gonna make this whole test stream was to kind of make fun of him tonight because he was being a little cry. I kept calling a crybaby on the stream earlier, and I was
Well,
gonna.
he wouldn't take that very well.
Oh well, like we all had thick skin. Here he is, he's a little crybaby right there. I'm gonna put that up on the screen there. That's Popeye. He was just whining, and yeah, of course I hit him pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went in on him pretty hard. But he got this is the only time I've ever offended Popeye. Like he got really upset about it.
Uh,
And of course, you know how that goes when you find a little thing when someone breaks into a little certain area. Well, obviously you're going to pick on that more, right?
you find that little fucking crack and make it a
Hmm.
fucking
Yeah,
make it a chasm.
yeah. Make it a gaping hole.
Oh Jesus!
remember we used to use Hangouts,
Oh yeah, yeah. Hangouts,
Yeah.
yes.
and Go Bobo took control of your show and threw everybody out.
Oh, doesn't. I don't know how, but I did get used to him. I did get used to him.
That's what
But
me and Charlie were talking about the other night.
well,
We were
how
laughing our asses off.
is Charlie?
Yeah, he's all right.
I mean, we used to get along really well with him, and then I don't know what happened. One night he just became a dickhead.
Don't worry, we give Charlie arseholes from time to time. Some of the other lads at Global, we them and throw him off the panel, time him out.
Oh Jesus! Who else is Sinister? Is he still around?
Yeah, I haven't seen him on a stream for a long time.
Yeah, Heidi Go could be fun, but he could be a total arsehole too.
Overall, I gotta, cause I ended up talking to Gogo quite a bit behind the scenes. When you do the Google Hangout type of thing, but you wouldn't go live. Everybody just kind of hang out and talk. And I used to talk to him quite a bit for a while there. And you know, obviously I don't agree with a lot of the shit he does, but you could have good conversations with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at
Eh,
times he got pissed off with me when someone on YouTube used a program to find out his real voice, and I kept uh, posting the link in my chat so that everyone
Oh
could go listen to it.
yeah, I remember that.
He hated it. He actually became nicer to me after that. I wonder why.
Yeah, because of my job, I get bored and I'm able to talk on people's streams. So if I see someone available, I'll typically jump in sometime if I'm not making a bunch of noise.
Mark is ready to sing. No, 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 no. I don't sing.
Gogo was fun. Actually, Gogo was in the chat earlier. He was trying to give me shit. You know how Gogo is. He just wants people to combat against each other.
Mhm. Oh shit! Heidi's just saying Sinister is very sick.
Oh yeah, I see that. Wonder what happened. Hope he's all right.
Yeah, me too. Oh, poor
Yeah,
bugger.
yeah. It's been about a year or more ago since I heard from him, and even Lump. I hadn't heard from him in a while either. I used to talk to him sort of
Who?
regular. Lump, remember Lump? He was an Australian guy too.
I can't remember his name.
He used to come on your streams or kind of towards the end a little bit, but he used to come there also.
I was talking
I
to him yesterday. Eh?
Oh, Lump, you did?
fucking
Lump and half.
I
And
haven't
on his English channels.
done anything online like this for must be a couple of years, I reckon. I'll try to, Heidi. I may have his email somewhere. I'll get in touch.
I got his phone number. Eh?
Oh, Sinisters. I don't know. I don't think I have, but you got my phone number anyway, haven't you, Nathan?
Yep. Yeah, I do.
Sure, I need to get a
Yeah,
new
what?
phone. This one's fucking up.
Yeah, it's been a while since I rung you up.
Yeah, well, mate, these days I try to get out more, so out and about. And a lot of times I always get in the shit because people call me and they say, "When you answer your phone," it's like because I don't fucking take it out with me.
I'll take your phone out with you.
Nah, fuck. What the fuck? If I'm going out, with somebody, the last thing I want to do is fucking be on my phone.
Well, fair enough. I mean, you don't have to necessarily take it out. You can leave it in your pocket.
Fuck that. What? Yeah, sit on it
Well,
and break it.
well, I don't know. Like for me, my work also revolves around my phone, so I got to kind of be on it.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, if there was a reason for me to, you know, but I mean, even if I'll go shopping or go out wherever, most times the phone's just fucking sitting on my bed.
That seems really odd this day and age, 2023. Seems a little odd. Nobody carrying a phone around with them.
You know what I find really odd is going out to dinner at a restaurant and fucking watching people sit at the table, a couple even,
Oh
with
yeah.
both of them
Oh,
got their phones in their hand,
oh, I agree with that. I'm
talking or texting away. That's
and
odd.
and they're probably texting each other.
No, probably not.
No. I've literally seen people all sit at a table together, and a few of the people will be texting each other.
Mm, that's odd. See, to me, that's
Yeah,
odd.
that's super odd. Listen, obviously I see that all the time. I don't agree with it, but
See you,
obviously that's happening.
see you later, Heidi.
See you later, Heidi.
No, but if I could go out and that, the last thing I want to do is,
Hey, Timmy.
you know, I'm going out to spend time.
Ken. Ken, have you been drinking? You want to come up? Click the link. Here, I'll re-add the link. Anybody can come up if they want to. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, see, your volume was low earlier, but it's because he's at home and it's early hours of the morning and he doesn't want to wake up his wife.
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk too loud. Where's my StreamYard thingy? I got so many fucking tabs
Oh
open.
yeah, I better give you a thumbs up. Not that it matters.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if you do or not. If you do,
I know.
cool. If you don't, whatever.
Well, I'd only give you thumbs down if they'd let me do it by like times 10 or something.
Yeah, there you go. Give me 1,000 of them.
You know, the thing is, though, it still helps you in the algorithm.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
But fucking, I got a real issue with this Graham Hancock bullshit at the moment.
Oh
I mean,
man.
I like some of the stuff he says, and like I said, some of the stuff he says is possible, but don't come out getting pissed off and abusing what they call the mainstream when you don't have any evidence.
Yeah, you know what? Like, well, him and some other guys. Well, they've been, been taking these psilocybin mushrooms and other
Yeah.
psychedelic drugs, and then it seems like when these guys start doing that, they kind of start losing their way a little bit because they
Well,
think they've tapped into some other dimension or whatever.
yeah. Have you heard of a guy called Martin Sweatman?
Martin, I don't think so.
Oh,
He
never even heard of the Hancock guy. Who's he?
Martin's Graham Hancock. He's the guy that wrote Fingerprints of the Gods and Magician. Is it
Mm.
Magician of the Gods or?
Yeah, I forget the name of
something
his
like that.
books, but yeah, he does a lot of research on stuff, and he works with certain people, certain fields, and he'll write a
He
book. And
does.
hold on,
I don't know if you call it research, Lost.
um, I think when you have to put together that much data, I definitely call it research. Here's Ken. Let me add you to
Yeah,
the stream.
yeah, I guess.
Ken, what's
But
up?
this Martin Sweatman,
Now I hear you on my phone on the I was watching you on TV, mate. I could barely hear you, Lost.
Yeah,
Barely.
I have it
It-
kind of. I'm not talking too loud because the family's sleeping and everything. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning here.
um,
Oh,
Excuse me.
I'll tell you, there's a channel that you might find really interesting. Um, there's a couple I watch now. One's called the Y Files, which is just entertainment. But there's another one called World of Antiquity. The guy's a historian.
I've caught at least an episode of that.
Hmm.
Um, I think, man, I can't remember if that's on Netflix or I saw it on Prime or.
He's got a YouTube channel, um, but the Göbekli Tepe thing, he's got a couple on that, and he actually challenged this Martin Sweatman's hypothesis that he came up with. And mate, the Sweatman, this guy, some of the shit he said is just, oh my god! If he was doing a lecture, you'd have walked out after the first sentence. You know, he's he did this thing on one of the, is it Pillar 43 or something there at the Tepe, and he reckons because he's worked out some shit that he's now worked out all the fucking history and fucking ancient fucking whatever. And my god,
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. What's his name again? Martin what?
Martin Sweatman,
You know, that it's spelled like it sounds.
pretty well I think. Yeah,
Martin Sweatman.
I'm pretty sure. Let me check too.
There.
Yeah, sweat as in sweat, Man, Sweatman, Martin
Pre
Sweatman.
Prehistory decoded. Gobliateke. I don't know if I've.
Yeah,
Well, looking at them, I may not know because I listen to more things than I actually visually see them. Because of work, I do a lot of audible type stuff. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with it, but I have to check them out.
He's in Uncharted X, all that sort of stuff.
Uncharted X. There's another one too that I have issues with, and
Is it?
it's a shame because he's very entertaining and he seems like a smart lad. Bright Insight. I don't know if you guys have seen him.
Bright Insight.
I mean, what?
I want to say. Oh, yeah, he has a YouTube channel. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah,
sub to him.
Actually,
yeah,
Joe Rogan's been interviewing some dude, and they've been.
yes, that's him with Uncharted X. Uncharted X and Bright Insight. I think they were the two.
Yeah, and they're talking about the precision of all that stuff. Like
Am I
how to
louder
actually.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah, now you're louder.
I basically put the mic in my mouth.
you idiot. But that precision stuff. I mean, it always when you talk precision, when you've seen some of the statues that the Italians done in the Renaissance and that, to me that was like, fuck, how did they do that? You know, I got no fucking art. I haven't got an artistic bone in my body. Um, as far as
Yeah,
precision goes, look at the pyramids and even the Romans. I mean, even today, our concrete isn't as good as what the Romans made.
Excuse me. Actually, when I actually research someone's name and shit, I'm gonna try because this is some. So what I want to do is start kind of doing about a weekly show. Like if we were to talk, say about Gobekli Teki. I know I just butchered that name, but
Yep.
like I want to be able to bring up like his information on the screen. So let me go to which one is it? Is it this? No, it's gonna be that one. No, this is a different one, but I still should be able to transition
Like, oh,
over.
all the stuff is interesting, and I'm happy to have an open mind about things lost. But when you have people that turn around and say "fuck evidence,"
Oh yeah, I
then
totally
how,
agree.
how can you take them serious?
Yeah, like here I just pulled up. Well, oh, I clicked the wrong tab. That's when I searched Randall Carlson earlier. Um, but yeah, I want to be able to do that. Like, so if we're talking about it, then we can kind of click on some links, bring it up,
Hmm.
talk about it, try to get, whoever I'm talking with. It's not like we're scientists or whatever, but try to get
No,
the
well,
most accurate information possible when I'm talking with somebody. You know what I mean?
and that's the problem is that lots of people like talking about this. Lots of people would love information, but there's so much bullshit out there. It's like oh, the flat Earth thing. You know, people actually fucking believe the Earth is still flat. I mean, 2,000 years ago or more, fucking the Greeks had worked out that it wasn't. But we're the 21st century, and people still believe it's flat.
Man, I went down the rabbit hole on that. Why people started believing the Earth was flat again, and it wasn't until like kind of around the turn of the century. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He kind of started evangelizing that
Yes,
it's flat and
yes.
stuff. Like we always kind of like all the people, well anybody of any intelligence who was keeping up with it, believed the Earth was round. They just didn't know how big it actually was.
There's a guy. He's got his own channel. It's called. He's got a few channels, but one is called Today I Found Out, and he talks about how that all started again and the guy that started it, and same as the guy who started the bullshit about um, the moon landings being faked. There was one person that started
That's
that off, and it went,
that's fake, mate. That's absolutely 100% fake, mate. I'm sorry,
"Hey,
but I don't.
just,
Come
how
on,
how
man.
how can hang on? We know that the astronauts planted a metal disc on there that we bounce lasers off today. Now, if it was faked, how the fuck are we bouncing these lasers off of there?
Nah, I think
You
it's
know,
fake, man.
one of the funniest things I heard, right? This guy,
So,
this guy, like, well, they put a flag there, and we should be able to see it. And I'm like, you think you can
No,
see it? Like, what do you think? You're gonna grab a
yeah,
pair of binoculars and see
but,
the flag from the
but,
Earth?
but, but so why haven't we been there? If it be, I mean, now recently, then what the fuck aren't we going there anymore? What's happening?
Yeah, it was costly to do it, and there's no ROI, return on investment.
do you know one of the biggest hassles they have with that is that when they first did it, because the reason that Americans really landed on the moon was because of the German scientists,
Yeah,
and
we were in a space race. There's no doubt about
and
that.
a lot of the plans and a lot of the building of those rockets was off the cuff because they was between metric and imperial. So the plans were never like today's plans, like what say SpaceX would use. It was all ad hoc. It was probably a miracle that they made it. To be honest,
Yeah, I mean, a whole lot went into going up there to the. I believe we personally went to the moon. I don't see why we need to fake it. If you look at the what was going on during the time, Russia being the first to space, and I mean, it was more or less to show our dominance, as far as technology wise and intelligence and all that kind of stuff. I mean, and obviously, if it would all been faked, the Russians would have been the biggest attack, detractors of
that's
disproving it.
that's what I tell that's what I tell people because of the big Cold War and the race and that. The Russians would never have let the Americans get away with lying about it.
Oh man, I found this. I wish I could remember this dude's YouTube page. I'll have to find it and send it to you later. But so he would debunk all these things that, like, people say, oh, the flag's like blowing in the wind or whatever, there can't be no wind and it's standing upright and all.
No,
And this guy actually did like these vacuum things, and he would prove in a complete vacuum, like he made his own little vacuum chamber. And obviously it's a smaller flag, it wasn't like a real giant
yep,
flag like that one. And he proved how it would actually stand up and actually move.
yeah, and it wasn't wind. It was the fact that it just from the astronaut letting it go, it bounced. It like because it was like on a wire.
Yeah. Yeah, just silly, obviously people. you hear a talking point sometimes. And, we've all done it, and it sounds really good. It seems kind of logical and reasonable, and then you actually kind of look into it, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I was completely wrong.
Hmm. I think with the moon landing thing, I think NASA probably fucked up a bit themselves there because they did put some dodgy photos out there.
Thunder, Ken here, Ken 2.0. He believes that there are alien shape-shifting lizard people. I, I love.
100%. 100%.
Ken,
Oh man,
Ken, me and Ken have
can you
become
intro-
me and Ken have
can
become
you
good friends online. I like to give him credit. He likes a lot of the
can
conspiracy
you
theory stuff.
can you can you introduce me to some? I wouldn't mind having a drink with them.
he, he he's down there in the
Come on,
Philippines.
man.
He's down there in the Philippines right now.
Oh yeah, well if you're in the Philippines, I can understand why you think that.
The proof will come out there one day, bro. We're not alone, boys. Come on, man. You've
No,
seen
look,
all the UFOs.
I,
Come
I
on,
don't
guys.
I don't believe we're alone. Um, but the problem is, and I think one of the guy that Skeptic magazine said it best. Like, you know, out of 100% of the shit we hear on UFOs, it's probably only 5% that's actual fact or truth. 95% of it's just fucking bullshit. And it's weeding out what is true and what's not true. I mean, in an infinite universe, there's definitely got to be something else out
Oh
there.
yeah,
And and
I'm
the
with
proof
you.
is those pilots. You know, what come out of those pilot cameras from the F-18s. That guy that was flying off the Nimitz in a
Yeah.
FA-18. That's footage. You know, there's proof right there.
Well, that footage is, I'll say I'm a little skeptical of that footage, and they were mostly using
There's
to radar to.
there's three different, um, and not from all from the one camera, but there's three different films that the Washington released on that. One was the FLIR, you know, the forward-looking uh, radar, but the one that got me was the one where the planes had seen it, the pilots themselves were spotting it, and the ship's radars were picking it up. And you know, I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson say, "Oh, well, you know, technology's not infallible." Well, you know, that's true. But when you've got a pilot saying it, his instruments are saying it, and then the instruments on ships are saying it, not they all can't be wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, it could be just you know, it's not like there might be some, they say, oh well, we don't know anything about it. Well, we didn't know anything about certain other things that we had technology wise till decades later. So it's not. Could have been someone developed something pretty sweet.
Look, if anyone was going to develop something like that, it'd be the Americans before anyone else lost.
Yeah, potentially. I just think the world is so big and so rich now. The amount of money that can be funneled to some little smaller area where they're allowed to do certain
China,
research.
hang on, Chinese only copy what everyone else do. Um, the Russians, they're not so rich anymore, mate. They don't. You know, they might have the scientists there, but they don't have the money for
No,
research.
I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about countries. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about these billionaires. I mean, the SpaceX isn't that far from the house overall, right? You know, um, that some of the stuff they got is pretty impressive. Imagine the stuff that is hidden right now that we don't even know about. You, I mean, you hear all the time about this like rail gun type of thing. They've been in these movies. It's on these
That's old
warships.
news though now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
old now.
but obviously, I don't have no idea if that's real or not. But people were well, actually, my dad was because my dad was in the Navy. He was telling me about shit. I didn't even believe him, and it came out many years later.
The railgun is on. I'm pretty sure one of your U.S. destroyers has a railgun on it
They
fitted up.
it may be true, but it's still confidential. It's not they're not letting anybody know they actually have that type of weapon.
Okay.
And like that paint, that black paint. I can't remember what they call that black paint. Where it don't reflect anything. I think the stealth bombers use it. Um,
Yeah, the stealth is it's matter. That's a mixture, I think, of paint and the shape of the panels on the plane.
yeah, yeah, but the paint don't reflect anything. So it was so that was a big deal with that paint. But we've had that paint around for so long, and it was like, no, you can't make no paint that don't reflect. And now they have it on cars. You know, I forget.
Well,
Uh,
the general rule is that what we have in society is usually 10 years behind the military.
yeah, if not further.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look, my dad was in the Navy, and like the late 60s, I guess, whatever in the 60s, and he was telling us about the drones they had, like because when you're on a ship, the radar only works so far. In order to go out further, they had to use drones, and they were more helicopter shaped, but they were smaller, obviously, and they would send them things out for miles so they can get more radar, to pick up things further out. You know,
I lost. Are you gonna stay long on or what?
I mean, until Thunder and them want to go, and I'm okay to talk to however long they want to. Really, I was just kind of messing around with this OBS, Ken, and then Thunder jumped on, and we just started talking.
Yeah. Listen, mate. I just, me, my phone. I need to charge it already.
Oh,
But if you're still on, alright, I will try to. If you guys still on, I'll
okay,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead,
All
bro.
right. All right, man. Take care, boys. Cheers.
yep. You too, buddy.
All right. Man.
We need to talk more about those lizard people.
I reckon they're coming from another dimension, eh?
That's another thing I've seen. A lot of physicists now, the theory of you know that when was it we there's so many dimensions.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, that's all theoretical,
Potentially, yeah.
but
Yes, yeah. But
or
I mean,
hypothetical, I guess. Um,
but well, it's the thing is, it's theorized, and it's not just crackpots like say a Hancock. These are physicists, that
yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I do have respect for. Obviously, I don't agree with some of the things he kind
yeah,
of says, especially with the whole COVID thing. It's kind of he was, you know,
yes,
but the way he explains how infinite something can be, when you kind of listen to him and put in kind of layman's terms, like, oh shit,
yeah,
infinite is, sometimes you can't fathom. I think a lot of these flat earthers can't fathom sometimes how big the Earth is.
yeah. I've seen. I don't know if you ever heard. You know who Isaac Asimov is, obviously.
Hmm.
Um, they do a once a year. They have a they call it a debate, but it's not really a debate. The Isaac Asimov, whatever it is, it's a foundation they have, and once a year they get all these scientists together and they have a talk. And Neil deGrasse Tyson is the master of ceremonies. He hosts it, and they had one about whether the the world is a simulation, and they had the guy that wrote the book on it, who's a physicist, who now he wrote the book, but he doesn't really believe in it. But one of the guys on there was an older guy, he's a mathematician, and he said, he thought it was all just a bit funny, but he was writing these algorithms out one day for something to do with quarks or something like that. And in nature, he found these algorithms in nature that were the same algorithms that were used as like in a browser as a self-correcting fucking algorithm in a browser that's used on a computer. But he found them in nature. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think I have seen what you're talking about. I forgot where I saw that at though, or listened to it. I listen to so much shit sometimes I forget where I even listened to it at.
Mm. Yeah, they had some pretty good. The one on the is the world of simulation was a good one. That was really enjoyable. None of them believe it, but they at least were able to have a discussion about it, which was really interesting. You still there, Nathan?
Yeah, I mean,
You talk to that Gumby because I'm going to go have a smoke.
Yeah, right.
I actually ran to the bathroom taking a leak.
Oh, shit, definitely mute.
Yeah, well, they're not traveling here in a spacecraft. Right. I don't care what sort of an alien you are, man. You're gonna travel within 4 billion light years across space, man. You ain't doing it physically, you know.
Well, if you are, you're able to figure out how to transfer that energy properly.
Yeah, but we've got to be bending time somehow.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could be wormhole type situations. Most of the most scientists say we probably can't. We could potentially travel so fast where we could go into the future, but who knows? We've not been able to go that fast. Boss man, what's up? What's up? Click the link if you want to come in here. I just saw your thing. I was taking a leak. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the universe is probably so vast. There's got to be something out there. I just don't think we've been visited. I just don't think that's happened.
Well, something's going on. Like, I agree. We haven't been visited in the sense that some spaceship when we flew 4 or 5 light years to get here and got here. We've been visited like through another dimension somehow.
I mean, potentially. They got that
Well,
movie coming out this weekend. The Ant-Man and the Wasp, the Quantum Mania. What if it is some kind of quantum realm type of thing? But yeah, I mean, I don't really foresee that happening within our lifetime anyway. Any kind of dimensional travel or faster than light type of travel.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, we haven't progressed past solid fuel rockets yet. I mean, liquid fueled rockets.
No, I mean, as far as finding new things, all we've done is improve the shit we have. It's not like we've come up with some new fuel, some energy to make things better. Everything's just more advanced technological wise. It's not like you know, I mean the first combustion engine is the same combustion engine as now. They just made it a little more efficient and add a lot of computer shit on it to control your blinkers and batteries and whatever else. Keep your
uh,
keep you in your lane, that kind of stuff. That's pretty impressive, man. I bought a car. Actually, it's been a year now, and man, putting on that self-driving type thing, man, that shit works really, really good.
yeah, righto. What'd you buy it?
I have a Ford Explorer.
Righto. So it's got like lane assist and
Yeah, it's got the lane assist. You got to put it all on, but man, you can take your hand off the thing. It only lets you keep your hand off. Like you got to move the wheel every like couple minutes, or it'll say put your hand back on the wheel or whatever. Um, but yeah, man, I tested that thing on like some sharp curves and stuff, man. It'll keep you right in the lane, dude. It'll jam on the brakes on you if something comes out in front of you, everything.
yeah, like Mercedes.
Yeah, yeah. Most
Couple,
most of the cars are getting that stuff. At least when you get, not base models. Of course, we got kind of a the higher end line of it. It had all the bells and whistles on it. So
yeah, you're getting good. I just wish they'd build a basic car, like a V Dub.
yeah,
There's
hey,
no
get all
there's no power steering. There's no power assist on the brakes. Right? There's
rack,
no aircon. There's
rack,
no electric windows.
little rack and pinion steering.
No radio. No anything.
Hey, those are easy to work on, man. like where the battery is placed in the truck, because I jumped someone off one day, and I'm like, holy fuck, how would the battery? I mean, it's like buried in there. Like if my battery goes bad, I have no idea how to get it out. I'm clueless how that battery is gonna come out of the vehicle.
Right. Yeah, they got harder to work on, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, because they got so many computers and wires and hoses.
Also, the way they manufacture them. I mean, get two big components and put it together after they put all the piping and electrics on it.
Hmm. And let me tell you,
Like,
the thing's nice, man. The comfort level, it's got like this little massage thing on it, heated seats here, heated steering wheel. Like
oh yeah,
there's like nothing on it that's not where you could click a button almost. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
yeah. Some of them are just not meant to be fixed real easily. Oh,
No,
that's the only problem.
no. I mean, you probably gotta have specialization on some of this crap now.
Oh yeah. And then we're going to move into electric things, man, which is going to be bring another dimension to it all together.
Yeah, I'm kind of a. I mean, my truck's older. My truck's like 20 years old now, man. I still like. I had to change the brakes on it like a couple weeks ago. And I did all that myself. But man, like a regular, backyard mechanic type of person, if you just want to do something yourself on these vehicles, man, shoo, good luck.
That's it.
I'm sure you did it when you were young. Maybe when your buddies come over help you, you would, change the the water pump or something, or give it a tune up. Man,
Yeah.
I remember helping my brother used to have this Mitsubishi, and hell, this has been 15-ish, maybe 20 years ago, man. We had to take to get to a spark plug, man. We had to take off the whole top manifold. I mean, it was like that was a job.
Yeah, the V6
Yeah.
front wheel drive.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
uh huh.
this one was actually an all-wheel drive, I think. So it was a
Yep.
little weird, but yeah, it was the first time I was like, holy crap, like we can't get to your spark plugs. We gotta take this whole top off.
Yep. You got to take the manifold apart on a
Mhm.
Camry and a Mitsubishi Magna V6. Same deal.
Yeah, he had that V6. It was that I can't, kind of the Jeep style. I forget what those were called back then. They don't even make that style anymore. The Mitsubishis.
I worked on cars for probably 6 years straight.
Oh, did you? Oh shit.
Yeah, as a mechanic. I've been, I've been employed as a mechanic for flipping more than 10 years now.
Ugh.
Fuck working on cars.
Yep, I only do it for myself.
Yeah, that's all I do, and I do kind of the simple stuff. I actually met a guy now that I know. I just call him up now. I need any work done. He kind of he does it himself. He's kind of a traveling mechanic or whatever. Mexican dude. And anything I need done, I just call him now. He's he's cheap compared to taking it to a shop anyway.
Yep, that's the shit.
Yeah, boss man. Yeah, I got a younger mate who works in a place here in Adelaide, all of the high performance stuff, and he does shit for me, and he doesn't charge me, so I kind of get in that position where I feel guilty about asking him to do anything because he won't take money.
Get GD going?
Nah, that's sitting in the garage here at this new place.
Oh, excuse me.
I'd have, I think it'd probably have to be pulled down, Nathan, because it hasn't been run for so long.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I mean, pissed me off because maybe I don't know, only 12 months previous, I'd had the whole engine rebuilt and So I'm still running around in the SV8, the Commodore
You only,
VY LS1.
won't be expensive. You only just need the gaskets. You just need to pull it apart, inspect it all, put it all back together, lubricate it up.
I-
You know?
I'm not so sure because someone, and I don't know how true this is, someone told me when you leave an engine sitting, it fucks the valve springs.
Yeah.
So that did happen to my Mustang. I let it sit for a while because I used to travel on the road. I'd let it sit for a while, and I had to change one of my springs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessary from it sitting, but it sat for a while. So
Yeah, well, this had all just been rebuilt. Yeah, boss man, in a long time no see. It's been a couple of years, I think, since I've been online. But I have been getting out there, so I'm getting messages from this chick at the moment. She's down at the beach. I don't know what she wants me.
she wants the thunder.
Yeah, she said, it's not too late. Head down here now. I need to fucking shave and shower.
Well, you have to semaphore.
That's where she is, yeah. Well, that's where she is at the moment. She
How'd I
actually
guess, eh?
she lives in the country.
What
Oh, right.
what's the time there now?
7:40 around that time.
Oh, almost 8 o'clock.
Daylight saving, so
Yeah, and y'all got that half hour time weird thing too.
1 hour, yeah, goes ahead of an hour, whatever.
Oh, you get more sunshine than us.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get dark till, I don't know, near 9 o'clock or something at night.
Yeah. It's getting dark here now, and it's running 10 to 7.
The thing is, I've never met this chick. We just talked on the phone, so I tend to meet fucking chicks and they just annoy the shit out of me, so someone's too young too.
Okay, nothing wrong with too young. Hit it and quit it.
Pretty well, yeah. They're all good. I mean, they look fucking great, and then they open their mouths.
Yeah.
And then the older ones are fucking, yeah, some of them, bloody hell.
You can get you
What?
one of them Filipinos like Nathan here, and you can go down there, hang out with Andy, get married, something like that.
Yeah, that's not gonna fucking happen. Nothing, don't get me wrong, nothing against the Filipinos and that, but, you know, I can't see myself fucking walking around with a 20-year-old girl.
You got to get them 20, 25, something like that. 26.
I tell you what, mate. Honestly, I think you were the smarter one. I think those South American girls are pretty hot. South American and the Eastern European girls,
Yeah, I mean, there's
Well, if I was in America, I'd be going to Mexico, man.
they're nice too. The Mexican girls, yeah.
a lot of Americans go down to Mexico, especially live out closer, living out more west. Actually, if I was to drive there, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 5-ish hours to take me to get to Mexico.
5 hours to drive down there. What, another 5 hours sitting at the border?
No, getting into Mexico is simple. Simple.
Getting out.
It's coming back in is the problem.
No, it's not. Just build a tunnel.
No, actually the lines. So yeah, listen, I've walked across the border. I've drove across. I remember one time we were driving. I didn't even drive this time. Someone else was driving, but we sat at the border in the car for just hours getting back in.
Yeah.
And then we learned just to, well, if you're just hanging out in the border town, obviously, it's better just to walk across, take taxis and buses or whatever.
It's a bit of a shame, but you think if you're an American citizen, you should be just, 5-minute fucking check and off you go.
I mean, listen, I've walked across before. Before it was, you didn't have to have your passport in you when you walk across. Just show them your ID. Where do you live? What's your name? You're a citizen? Yeah, okay, all right, go ahead.
Mm.
Typically, walking across is way quicker. I mean, I've waited in the line, fairly long. Actually, it takes me longer most of the time when flying in, going through immigration because they don't have enough immigration officers, running the freaking things to accommodate everybody, which happens a lot of
Just
times. It seems like.
the big fix for that is just make it a fucking another state. You
Mexico.
took, yeah, well, you've taken most of their country away from them anyway. When you've got California and fucking Texas and
Yeah, yeah. Actually, if I've actually talked to people about this. Like, if we were to make Mexico, actually you would maybe divide it up, to like 10 states, another 10 states, roughly, because Mexico's pretty big overall. However many it is, you can definitely do 5, 10, or something like that, and then start trying to bring everything up to American standards. Man, it would be a booming economy down in Mexico.
it it would kill a lot of the crime over there.
Yep, that would happen too.
You'd get rid of the cartels.
Get rid of some of them. I think you'll always have them, but like, man,
Oh,
like
it's like,
Mexico's pretty bad right now. The cartels, man.
yeah, I know. Look, I mean, you're going to have crime no matter where you are. You've got it in the US at the moment, but the way it is over there at the moment, fucking, if the US, if it became a part of the US, fuck, 90% of that's gone.
It's China that's dropping all those chemicals in there, man. They're
America does.
feeding.
America
They're
does that in
feeding.
Mexico.
Well, they're feeding the drugs from Mexico, China, Mexico, America. They're producing speed on an industrial scale down in Mexico, man.
Well, I remember back, I can't remember what decade it was when the US changed a whole heap of the pollution laws, and companies like Union Carbide and that just went straight down to Mexico where there was no pollution
Yep.
laws.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's why America lost. Not just America, but probably Australia and stuff too. And that's why all these companies decided to go overseas. They can kind of pollute as much as they want. Obviously, cheaper labor. Didn't have to deal with all that bullshit. Shit, actually, when we had prohibition here, look at all the businesses went down to Mexico. I mean, well, pretty much all the alcohol stuff. All the beer places, or came on the other side of the border there. Corona, Tecate, some other ones I can't think of off the top of my head. They used to all be American companies at one point, and now they're Mexican companies.
Hmm. Mexico would be a nice place to hit and party on for a while, but
Yeah, when I was younger going down there, I used to enjoy Mexico. I mean, you got to be careful. Well, in some places you got to be careful, but yeah, man, it's definitely a good time down there.
Remember Phil?
Phil.
He went to San Cristobal in the south end of Mexico.
Oh, you talking about Philip Janik?
Yeah, Philip Janik.
Yeah.
He was having a good time, man. He was going to raves there, man, where they had magic mushrooms and they were smoking pot, all sorts of shit.
Smoking pots are over, but like going to a rave, I'm fucking getting a bit long in the tooth for that shit.
Well, Phil, I don't know if you know who that is. He's I don't know 65, 66, however old he is. He's
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
We
he's still
beat.
yeah he thinks he's still a teenager. I guess I don't know.
The biggest thing with that, and I don't have an issue with fucking taking anything, but is the quality and fucking what you're actually taking.
True.
That would be,
Mushrooms are always a gamble, man.
yeah. I
They
went
always will be.
a few years back. Me and Andy went mushrooming, but it was just too late in the season. I took some. We got some LSD trips not that long ago, maybe 6 months ago. But they were shit. They're not like they used to be. The guy that got them for me said, "Oh, what were they like on their shit?" Yeah.
Yeah, I only did that shit 3 times, but number three had a just a terrible trip, and I was like, yep, I'm done. No more for me.
You have a terrible one, you just do it again and fucking make sure it wasn't you.
Nah, I never wanted to feel like that again, so I was like, I'm done. Never again.
Yeah.
She's going to be down there till very late.
A micro dot or a window pane is boss man's asking.
Microdot, that's the thing, boss man. These ones were unmarked. When I used to get them as a kid, they would be like tables and chairs or Simpsons one, like they'd have something printed on them. These were just a plain cardboard. They're cheaped out.
I'm trying to remember the ones I did had a something on them too. I can't remember what the design was. Damn, that was a long time ago, man. I just turned 50. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, however long it's been.
Oh, happy birthday, bro.
I actually feel old now. I'm like, damn, 50's old.
No, mate, the thing is, you're only as old as the woman you're feeling, so
Yeah, well, my wife's only 33, 34, whatever she is, so.
there you go. She got a sister?
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What good are you?
There's no lack of good looking women down there. Nico, I don't know if you know who Nico is.
Yeah,
I
I
know
should
you know.
talk to you.
Okay, yeah, he was down there also. Me and him were hanging out while we were down there. He's been getting him some ladies down there too.
Yeah, look, I'd be happy meeting one good one. Microdot, geez, that's fucking old, Sabu. I can remember them.
I don't remember a window pane though. Or is that like a bigger piece of it or
No,
something?
no, I can't remember window pane. That's probably just what was printed on. But I remember Microdot, tables and chairs and Simpsons ones.
Red Devils.
No, I don't remember them.
And they were good. Powerful bastards, I think so.
I've never had an LSD trip like that that's ever been as good as a mushroom.
Nah, me neither.
Well, first of all, I never actually ate the mushroom. I had it like in a tea or something like that. I wouldn't.
Coffee, yeah, we made coffee.
But for me, when the few many times I did do it, it was very small. Like I didn't get a big dose of it, so it didn't really affect me too much.
Right, Bali. That's the place I really tripped out, man, on mushies. They got fucking strong ones, man, over there.
Well, I mean, here you got what we call gold tops, which is what I'm guessing 95% of people get. Then you got some other types, but the other types are harder because you really got to know what you're looking for, otherwise you could be in something fucking poisonous.
Blue meanies, that's what we got up
That's the
here.
ones, yeah, blue meanies, yeah. But you've got to know what you're looking for because you could easily take the wrong fucking thing and
Man, we used to get smashed on that shit. But nothing like that Bali, man. And Bali ones are real proper trippy ones. Make you see things like take time.
I never did drugs when I went over. I take that back. I guess I had them when I was in Thailand. I had the down there in Copenhagen. I had the those milkshakes. What the fuck were them things called? Like the magic milkshake. They had a particular name for them. It's escaping me now. Um, but they weren't that potent. They gave like a small little kind of trip feeling, but it wasn't nothing major. But they're apparently legal. You can go and just buy them wherever.
Yeah, Thailand's got pot now.
Oh, they legalized it in Thailand?
Legalized it, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Mm.
Oh, you're going to get a lot more of them younger hippie kids going there, I guess.
Well, they got shops opening up now.
Yeah. It's all on for young and old.
Well, Thailand's tourist industry is so good. I don't know if that's going to.
No, it died out during COVID, mate.
Well, yeah, well, obviously during COVID, but I mean, it's always been strong. They get like 40 some odd million
Oh,
visitors every
hang on.
year.
See what Bossman just said?
Consensus: all the legal weed in Thailand. So maybe.
Maybe it's well, maybe that's because we're so used to the hydro stuff. I mean, I tried outdoor stuff after smoking hydro, and it was pretty shitty. Hydro stuff's what I think they said 12 times stronger. So,
Oh yeah, and them guys in them hydro labs, man, they're learning how to make that shit potent apparently.
well, just being hydro makes it because the intensity of the light they use, the fact that uh, the nutrients and that are fucking pretty well being force fed to them, and
Well, if they just open it up, maybe they only have the shit stuff going on. Probably give it time. They'll probably them little Thai dudes will probably start popping up little hydro labs all over the place.
I mean, I used to grow hydro
They,
for over 20 years, mate.
they
Yeah,
have got hydro labs, big hydro labs in Thailand.
Huh? Well, then must be using shit strains.
Well, technically, they're not meant to produce anything over 2%.
Well,
That's how
that's
the legislation is, right?
that's pretty shit then.
Well, obviously they're not, but they're not reaching like the 30% some of this medical stuff that's
Well,
getting around.
uh,
Mate, some of that's unreal. I went, I had one years ago, right? I went out and bought another one. I bought a woman microscope, right? You want to analyze things with 100 times magnification, man. You can see everything on that. All the women stuff just oozing out of the bud, man.
well, it sits on there like balls of
Yeah,
resin. I've done that with just a magnifying glass on this shit I used to grow, but I had the original super skunk strain.
what
Since
I remember when I was, I've never smoked weed, what my thing, the whole smoking thing, but I remember a bunch of guys wanting to go after the Thai sticks. What was it? Wasn't they just marijuana, but they like laced it with something?
no, look, it was just ordinary dope. They would get it wet, then use cotton to fucking tie it to a stick, and which it would then take the shape of that stick and just sit on that stick. And um, I don't think the quality was anything out of the ordinary. It was.
they
It
washed
could
a
be
bit
good.
of
It could be shit. Could be good.
they
Could be
washed a
shit.
bit of opium into it, I'm sure.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I had plenty of it when I was a kid, Nathan, and sometimes it was okay. Sometimes it wasn't so good. The stuff I want to get hold of comes from Africa, and I don't know. I don't think anyone fucking supplies it. None of the seed banks, anyway. But you know how it's THC. There's the stuff that gets you off. This stuff is THVC, and
What is the V?
that's
What does that mean?
just well, from all accounts, and I've looked into it. That stuff over there, that's what will make you trip. Smoking weed. It's like a tripping dope, So you get the high like you do out of a normal weed, but you also trip. I guess it's probably in the same family as something that's I think Americans call it Sally. I can't think of the proper name of it. Acapulco Gold, Colombian. Yeah, I remember all that. Yep, exactly, Cebu. I used to make my own hash. I had a rolling machine that you just put all the excess cut off shit from when you trimmed up your plants and put it in that, and then had a piece of glass underneath it, and as it would roll around like this sort of real thin fly screen, all the resin would fall off of that, and you just scrape it up with a razor blade. It looked like fucking cocaine, until you actually squeezed it all together, and it became like a hash block. which is why you get light brown and black hash. The black hash is just more compounded, and you've worked it in, and it's more condensed.
Let's see, am I saving it to the desktop? Mess with my OBS here real quick. Let's see. Let's add.
What's this chick saying?
I'm waiting.
Well, she said she's going to be down there till late. She said until very late. So I said, let me finish talking to my mate and jump in and shower and shave.
Oh
She
man.
said, don't worry about shaving.
Yeah, let's see. Let's add.
Fucking bitch, I'm going to have to put petrol in my car.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, I haven't been driving it much because some arsehole just after Christmas at the shopping centre, I'm waiting to drive out and he reverses out of a car park straight into my car. So front left guard's got a nice dent in it that I've got to get fixed now. Although he's paying for it, so I just got to hope there's no fucking damage to the steering.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna change Thunder's icon here a little bit. Let's see if I can make this happen properly.
See, that doesn't look very good.
No, hold on. I'm gonna
There's
change.
no fucking
Here we
very
go.
little resin on that thing.
There you go. It'll pop up in a second. But
You fucking doing, Lost?
that's Thunder's new icon there.
Remember,
Your new avatar.
remember, Austin's not that big. See the fucking oh Jesus, the big thing over there. What do they call? I'm trying to think what they call it now. When they send fucking like SWAT teams to people's places.
No.
Swatted.
Oh yeah,
Swatted.
swatting. Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, that's fucking bullshit.
It is.
Tree and all. Jesus, Sabu.
Let's delete that one.
I wouldn't, to be honest with you, in the Philippines, I fucking wouldn't go near it, bud. Jesus Christ. They're still draconian about it.
Nah, that's one reason I never wanted to do anything overseas, man. I'm afraid to, you know, might be some kind of bullshit little sting just to try to get something out of you, whatever, put you in
Well,
jail.
yeah, I've heard of plenty of setups and that. So, I mean, it's different if you go somewhere like, I think the Netherlands has always been alright, and I think Portugal now is pretty casual with all that shit.
Yeah, Portugal's been good for a while.
Yeah.
My mate reckons Czech Republic too.
Really? All right, that's another one.
Excuse me, guys.
I did the first time I met you, Lost.
Trying to find some more silly things to add.
Well, for Nathan's picture should be that fucking clown from It.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh.
Let's find it here. Let's go.
He looks like he's a pretty evil bloke, I reckon.
Thing is, I gotta find it and download the freaking picture to add it in. Let's see, It clown images. Here we go. Oh, we got the new one or the one that was more old school.
I've never watched any of them, to be honest with you. I'm not big on the horror films.
Oh yeah, the new ones were actually really good. The part 1 and part 2. That was actually. Ooh, let's get this one here.
Yeah, as far as horror movies go, the very first Saw movie they did was pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I like the first 2 of them. Then after that, it just got repetitive.
Yeah, the first one was really good. Well done, I thought.
One I like is The Devil's Rejects. And
yeah, like that was second one, what's his face, the singer, Rob Zombie.
Yeah, and the first one.
Well, isn't he like directs or fucking makes horror movies now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been doing it for a long time. Most of his stuff, I gotta tell you, I haven't really liked overall. He's done a couple that were good. I did like The Devil's Rejects. Um, what else?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
I liked the first half of the movie. Then after that, it kind of lost me.
I'm watching Night Gallery DVD complete now. Some good I don't know what that is.
All right, hold on. I'm making Nathan's icon real quick here. Almost got it. Almost
Look
got
at it.
it.
It's like fucking like a kid with a new toy.
No. All right, here we go. Let's transition over. There it is. Oh, I didn't have it quite centered properly. Let's go down a little bit. Oh, right there.
Oh,
That should
watch
work.
out,
Right.
Nathan.
Transition again. There it is.
He's on a roll now.
Got the one with the old crazy teeth and everything in it.
Right, Rod Sterling, 97. The only one I can remember from the oh yuck. The only one I can remember from the 1970s Cebu that I used to watch when I was a kid was Darren McGavin in The Night Stalker.
The Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah, I remember
I
that.
didn't watch. That what is his name? Peel. He's been kind of directing some of these horror movies here lately. Apparently he I don't know if he directed them all, but they redid the Twilight Zone series. I haven't watched any, and I haven't even heard if they were good or not. He did them like maybe a year or two ago, I guess.
I thought that all died out when Vic Morrow had that accident and died on set.
What? On set?
Yeah, a helicopter crashed while he was carrying two kids, and it killed him and the two kids.
Shit.
Pretty sure it killed both the kids. I know at least one of them died, but killed him too.
Oh, now Thunder, it's the clown.
That's pretty evil. I never remember it looking like that.
Yeah, from the new movie.
Jesus Christ! No wonder fucking kids are scared of clowns. I hope you don't say that to your daughter.
I tell you what, Hollywood it killed clowns, right? I mean, nobody likes clowns anymore.
Wasn't there a thing where people were dressing up as clowns and going around scaring people? And
Yeah.
They've got those guys who were pranksters. I think they were pranksters down in Australia, actually, right? They had the one guy who would dress up, and a couple times he'd have a real big hammer, and he would like smash, like this, it's obviously like a mannequin or whatever, and he would smash its head when people were walking by, and then he'd start chasing them. People would run.
oh Jesus!
Stuff was funny.
Yeah, hey boss man, I've seen on YouTube they had some episodes of that Night Stalker. I tried watching it. I mean, they're still okay, but a little bit dated now. Insane Clown Posse, isn't that a band?
Yeah, I saw them in concert actually.
That's what I was trying to think of.
I can't believe how
Yeah.
many fucking how many people from the music industry have died in recent times. I've seen the guy from Crosby, Stills and Nash died. Is it Crosby? David Crosby?
Yep.
And then I've seen somewhere, and I didn't know, the guy from what's his name, Joey, the drummer. What was that band? Slipknot died too.
Oh really? I didn't hear that he had.
That's gone back 2 or 3 years ago though.
Hell, I didn't even keep
I
up
mean,
with
I didn't really like Slipknot, but he was an insane drummer.
Oh, I actually have seen Slipknot a few times in a concert. Here we go, Insane Clown Posse. Let's switch that on over.
They call themselves juggalos, huh? Nothing.
Yeah, he died 2021. Joey
Well, I
Jordison.
just found out that Ken Block died too, eh?
Yeah, Ken Block died.
Who's Ken Block? Where was he? Where's he from?
The guy who used to do all the fucking drifting and that.
Yeah, Hoonigan used to do these Gymkhanas. Gymkhana 1, 2, 3, 4.
Burt Bacharach. I didn't hear that
Oh.
one. Barry and Frank come to mind. I've seen something. Allo must have put something out there about Barry threatening someone at a bar
Yeah.
with a knife.
Yeah, he pulled a knife out the dickhead.
I don't know. Why hasn't someone just gone over there and decked him?
Apparently he's got smacked on the head a couple times. I don't know. So the picture I got up right now. The
Only
insane.
a couple.
So during their concerts, right, the Fuego, that drink, they shake up the bottles and they start spraying it all over the crowd. So if you're in the front, dude, you're getting soaked by Fuego.
What is it? What is Fuego?
It's a cheap soda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their concerts are wild.
I know. I've never heard the music, so I'm still stuck. Fucking.
Well, this was 5 years ago. They were sued after a Fuego entry last year's at a Juggalo weekend. That's crazy. I'm not surprised, dude, because occasionally they'll throw the bottles. They're like half full or whatever, you know. Probably someone got smacked in the head.
Jesus Christ.
But it's like it's one of the things. Like if you know them, you know what they're doing. Like you got to be prepared, you know, for that kind of stuff. I guess if you're not prepared, next thing you know, you're just kind of chilling and a big old bottle of Fuego smacks you.
You must have some lurkers because there were 6 people watching and 5 now. Someone's lurking.
Yeah, that's right. They can work.
But I'm gonna have to take off sooner or later to go fucking.
Yeah, just let me know. Like I said, I got on here. It was good catching up with you for sure. Probably the only reason I'm kind of still here. Cause I
Well,
talked to you in
I
a
was
while.
almost about to email you and ask you what your fucking problem was when you didn't answer me that day in the chat in someone's stream. I thought, you fucking prick.
Yeah, you probably should have. Okay, let's delete that.
I mean, since fucking leaving YouTube and that, I mean, I've probably spoken to Nathan on the phone a couple of times, but that's even a while back. I definitely haven't spoken to him since my dog died.
Burt Bacharach died. You know, I got to be honest. I didn't even really know who he was until was the Austin Powers movie.
Burt Bacharach, I would always heard the name.
Wasn't he a big band or a trumpet
No,
player? Or...
no. He was a singer,
Singer,
like
pianist,
like
also,
a Tom,
I think.
like a Tom Jones, you know.
Oh, right.
I think that bastard's still going.
Oh, I just saw Boss Man post Amazon shipping to the Philippines now. That's pretty good.
So has anyone talked to or heard from Joey?
I tried to send him messages on Messenger, but they never talked to me back.
I hadn't talked to him in like 3 or 4 years, and I was one of the last probably few people to actually talk to him as far as streams went. I reamed him on GoGo's show, and nobody almost ever heard from him again. I just called out all his bullshit. I just went kind of ballistic on him on a stream.
Yeah, he was pretty big, Sabu. I like Joey. I mean,
I know where he lives.
Mindanao, isn't it?
Yeah, I know exactly where he lives.
But I've never had a problem with Joey, so.
I visited him one day, freak him out, like I did to Frank. But this time I won't take Barbara. Because Barm already knows where it is.
I see Focus on a stream about 16 months ago. Okay.
CW, what's up, man? Jump on the panel, son. If you want. Basically, I'm gonna probably stay as long as Thunder's here, and then I'll call it quits.
Yeah, well, this chick is waiting for me down at the beach, and
Yeah, you better get down there, man.
I'm gonna have to shower, shave, yeah, and it'll probably take me 40 minutes to drive down there, I guess.
40 minutes, damn.
Well, I gotta go get petrol, and I can't speed.
Just go down there stinking. Say this is what you get.
Maybe you're rolling down Grand Junction, though.
Yeah.
Pick up a fucking prostitute on the way.
I don't think they're there anymore. I reckon last time I heard anything about that, they put a police station down there somewhere, and they tried to clean up that. We're on, was it Churchill Road, Hanson Road, all that? I think they tried to clean it all up. So, I mean, they still might be there, or they've moved somewhere. I don't know.
Right.
Used to come back from the beach with the family, mate, and you'd see them all walking along there.
Yeah.
Or staggering.
And then at the big truck stop, they used to be there.
That's still there, the big, yeah. Just before the bridge.
That was my favourite restaurant, that joint.
Or just after the bridge if you're going to the coast. But
Boss man asks you if it's a blind date.
Yeah, boss man. Yeah, well, I've been someone I've talked to for several weeks, I guess, but just never met up. And because she works here in Adelaide, but she lives in the country. I think she went for drinks with a friend that was leaving the job, and so after that, she said she headed down to the beach. And we've been talking about catching up, so. But not so much as blind as, I mean, I know what she looks like.
CW, who do you miss? Is it me? Is it Thunder? Higanti? Who you missing, buddy?
I don't even remember CW. Should I?
He was on a lot of the Go-Go shows. He works there in the Mid-East, Dubai somewhere, I believe. I forget exactly.
Oh, cool.
I can't remember if he used to go to your streams or not, to be honest.
Yeah. Fuck if I'd be working in the Middle East, mate. That'd stone me to death for something by now.
CW just hangs out in his apartment. He gets girls that come over there. He don't ever leave.
Just get girls to go there? What the fucking hell?
Yeah, just don't do anything in public.
You've got to be careful over there.
Yeah.
I remember I used to watch a guy, I can't remember his name. He's right into cars and that. He used to work over there in the Middle East somewhere. He used to have what was it? The Dodge Viper, and I think he worked for SpaceX as well at one stage.
No, can't say I do. But I remember that one.
Quentin.
Remember that? Who was that flat earther in England? What was his name?
Oh, Dickhead. That's
yeah,
only name I've been by, Dickhead. He was out of control, him and his mate. Took their kids out of school because they fucking teach them that the round is a sphere, the earth is a sphere.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Who was that? Who did that?
It's this English guy, him and his mate, they were flat earthers, and
they were full blown.
Yeah.
They're right into the lizard people, and you know, they put up photos of people and say, she's a man. Look, you know, here's all the signs.
They're one of the ones who drink the Kool-Aid, huh? They just go for all the conspiracy theories and believe them all.
All of them. The whole bit, man.
Man, I've met people like that. They believe every last bit of it.
Oh, yeah, these guys are on nuclear grade ones, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be skeptical of things, but just to drink it all down like that is a little crazy.
But we
Well,
had some fun with him.
uh, I just couldn't handle talking to him because nothing. He wasn't reasonable at all.
Oh no. Like Fazio. Here's another one.
Oh yeah, Fazio believes it's. Oh yeah, he believes in the Illuminati. I remember first time I found him, it was the whole dollar. I was looking up conspiracy theory stuff. I remember, and I found him doing the dollar bill before I even knew that he was going to the Philippines. I was like, this dude is wacko. And then like a few years later, the whole Philippines genre was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this dude was living in a junkyard talking about conspiracy theory stuff.
He's done some really nutty things, man. What
Boss,
about the space pussy? You seen him with space pussy?
what is that? I don't remember that.
Oh, he had this like little ornament thing. It was some like a flower arrangement, but it was a dead fish skeleton, right? A skeleton of a fish, and he was like licking it.
Uh,
We got them all out
Oh yeah.
there. Gigante Boss
Uh,
Man's asking you. He said the Outsiders moved to Maragondon, I guess, now located in Hirohu Resort. I'm sure I
okay.
who,
butchered those names. I don't know anything about
who's
what he's
the
talking about. So
who's the outsiders?
It's a bike gang in Cebu.
Oh, okay.
I've been there, to
Well,
their old clubhouse.
they run around in Vespers.
No, run around in Harleys.
when I was in the Philippines,
Yeah.
I didn't see one single Harley. I saw a couple like more of the I don't know, super bikes, if you will, like Ducatis, that kind of stuff. But
Well, I think there's from memory, Harley got a manufacturing plant in Thailand now. Is
That
it
wouldn't
Thailand
surprise
or
me.
I think it's Thailand.
15 minutes away, he says.
Yep.
All right, boys, I should get going. This chick wants to meet up. Fucking hell.
Alrighty, Thunder.
It's 8:30 now. By the
Yep.
time I shower, shave, and go get petrol, whatever, and
Yep. 7:30. It's time to eat something.
might go fucking scare the shit out of her.
Oh, Bossman said there's a Harley dealership now in the Cebu area. They're having Monday. That's in Cebu, right?
Yep.
Manduai.
There's all sorts of things in the Philippines, man.
Yeah, well, I just remember something about them having a manufacturing bikes in Thailand. I don't know whether I went through with it or not. Guessing they
Hey,
did.
there's this optometrist in Dumaguete. He's got one of them Can-Am 800
Oh,
quads.
they're shit. Oh, the three. I thought Can-Ams were three-wheel things.
Well,
Uh,
that's the Can-Am's the brand. The three wheel ones they're called slingshots, which
but he's got it.
I really like those things, man.
I heard they're very
He's,
unstable.
Probably.
he's got it registered, eh? Registered on the road. This Can-Am.
Manscape it up before you go down there, Thunder.
Yeah, I'll just use a big lighter.
That's funny. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, man. Like I said, it's good talking to you, bro.
Well, when are you going to do these streams?
I don't know. I want to get a little better with this OBS a little bit before I start doing them, but I'm gonna start one day during the week. I don't know. It'll be just pretty much one day. I might maybe sneak a surprise one in whenever, but I want to stick to one particular topic and then maybe drill on for it about 30 minutes to an hour, and then after that, kind of open it up to have people come on.
Just depends on what time of the day you're on to for me.
Yeah, like I said, if we do a or have a guest on who wants to talk about a topic, so kind of go back and forth. Like if we were to talk about some of the stuff we talked about earlier, have you on and we can
Yeah.
shoot the shit and then have other people jump in afterwards, whatever.
Well, almost ended up in fucking Darwin with fucking Nathan. And Chico was singing, moved up there and wanted me to move up there with her. She's I think got a job up there. Nathan must be an army base up there or something. She's a
Yeah,
nurse.
okay.
A nurse at some
Yeah.
army, I think.
Damn, boss man, how's that 77-year-old man get in and out of a slingshot with a walker?
Jesus Christ.
No, he's only got to throw his leg over it.
Yeah, but them things are pretty low to the ground.
All right, Nathan, Lost.
Okay.
You take care, boys.
Yeah, man. It's good
Yeah.
talking to you, boys.
Yeah.
Good talking to you. I'm out here.
All right.
All right, Nathan.
Always good. Great to see you still around, boys.
Boss man, thanks for joining the chat, man. Talk to you on the other areas pretty soon.